Okay, good morning and welcome back to day 2 of competition here at the System Open Series 2019 event held in Malmö. You'll notice my voice is a little bit crackly after yesterday. I've had a little bit of a flu, and yesterday was a long day, and it seems to have taken its toll. But I should be okay. I'm going to be able to get something to eat and drink, hopefully, before the second round of competition starts. Well, depending on how well this game goes. And looking at it, it doesn't look like it's going to go too easily. Now, Marten is on the left side of the screen. He's just kind of stepped out of frame, but we'll put his list up on the screen. Well, no, do you know what? Let's do it. Niklas first, as he's on the right of the screen, like we can see him. So there you go. Niklas Nilsson is playing Drea Renfal, while a friendly non-limited ship performs an attack. If the defender is in your ironing arc, the attacker may re-roll one attack die. And 3 lock revenants, one of them with a dorsal turret, and 2 of them with ion cannon turrets. Yeah, so some serious hull to have to chew through for any opponent. And in fact, we saw Niklas play in the UK System Open in Milton Keynes just over a month ago, getting himself up to top 16. I might be mistaken there; it might have been top 32. I'm not 100% sure. Like I say, it's just something that suddenly popped into my head that I remember seeing him in his list. Anyway, if you're a follower of the channel, you've probably seen that game. All right, moving over to the other side of the table now that Marten is on frame. Here we have Marten Isaksson from Linköping, Sweden. He's playing Nora Wexley, Dutch Vander, and Evan Verlaine, all with Iron Cannon Turret and Veteran Turret Gunner. And Cassian Andor with a Tactical Officer and Layer Organa. Now, Cassian Andor, at the start of the activation phase, you may choose 1 friendly ship at range 1 to 3. If you do, that ship removes 1 trace token, right? No counter effect for him. He's got Tactical Officer on board, which turns that red coordinate into action into a white coordinate action. And Layer Organa to give them a free red maneuvers every now and then throughout the game, assuming he stays alive long enough to pop it more than once. Right. Whereas Evan is one of the Y-Wings we don't usually see. Evan is gold free. At the start of the engagement phase, you may spend 1 focus token to choose a friendly ship at range 0 to 1. If you do, that ship rolls 1 additional defense die while defending until the end of the round. Now, that's handy, as these are all ships that are rolling 1 defense die. Oh no, 2 in the case of Cassian Andor. Even so, that 2 doesn't last very long, and that can help him keep that layer ability on the board for a little bit longer. And he's got the ion cannon turret that allows him to fire with 3 dice, and any uncancelled hit or crits can get converted to ion tokens after receiving the damage. And a veteran turret gunner, which allows him to do a primary attack followed by a turret attack. While it's a different arc. I think it's a different arc. I'm not 100% sure on that one either. I'd have to see the card on the screen right now, and I don't see it. Dutch Vander. After you perform the target lock action, you may choose 1 friendly ship at range 1 to 3. That ship may acquire a lock on the object you locked, ignoring range restrictions. Okay, so once again, Iron Cannon Turret and Veteran Turret Gunner. And then Nora Wexley, while you defend, if there is an enemy ship at range 0 to 1, add 1 evade result to your dice results. So not bad. So Nora can be quite tanky, especially with the assistance from Evan Verlaine there. There's everything on screen for you. They've just got underway. We're currently in top 10 territory. Top 10. That's basically, there were 10 players on 5 and 1 yesterday, which means the top 6 players get a bye to go through. Actually, I can put the bracket up on the screen, because you have to round up to the next power of 2. So round from 10 up to 16. There are 6 buys. The top 6 players get buys. The middle 4 players in the top 16 bracket have to play off against each other. So if I put that top bracket up on screen, you can see that. Yeah, Gisli, Timo, Johan, Farn, Niklas, no, Samuel Janes, and Konrad Fukiewicz. Wow, Fukiewicz. I think that's right. Fukiewicz. something like that. Anyway, I'm not going to say it 20 times. Are through to top 8 round, whereas Bjorn Nilsson, Eagle Bornson, and Niklas Nilsson and Marten Isaksson are the only 2 games playing in this first round of competition to see which one of these 4 make it through to play against Gisli and against Farn. So either way, not easy. There's not an easy competition coming up, and we've got, actually, to let you know, Bjorn playing against Igil. I don't know if that's how you say it, Igil or something like that. Is playing the 4 K-Wings with barrage pockets and proton bombs, and so is Farn Langeland, meaning we've got that 4 K-Wing menace on both sides of the table. And I believe there's only one for Phantom list, and that would be Gisli. Oh, I'd have to double. I think Conrad's probably playing it as well. I could find out because I've got it on my computer. Hello, Farn. How are you today? Do you want to commentate on this game, or are you too busy watching?
It wouldn't be fair. I have to play the winner.
Yeah, you have to play the winner. Yeah, that's a good idea. Best not. Let's have a look here. Okay, go over to Excel. Gosh. Right, go back to the output, select this column and make it as big as it needs to be. So yes, Egil and Conrad both playing the Quad Phantoms. So you've got one of those on both sides of the bracket as well. Farn Langeland and Bjorn Nilsson playing Quad K-Wings. They're on both sides of the brackets as well. And apart from that, we've got a ton of Rebel beef. Cassian Andor showing up in pretty much every list except for Timo. Let's see, Martin, Cassian. Why have I got 2 Martins? Oh, I've messed up something. So who do I have down as Martin on this list? I've not done Eagle's list right. So where is it? Okay, well, let's switch over the camera so you can all see what's going on, and I'll try and double check on that.
X-Wing Hyperspace Qualifier. Good luck today, gentlemen. Your round begins in 4, 3, 2, 1. Good luck, guys.
Target där. Och ger hopp till
Så, då ska vi se. Då är det start och engagement, därför ringer system face. Frågan om inte...
Finns det någon nummer på dem?
Nej, de heter... Ja, de har nummer 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tänk på
Ja, det står 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3. Det är pyttelitet, men det är fint också. Vi ska se om man ska bränna sin...
Ja, sorry.
Ja, men han gör så att han... Nej, det får vara så. Det får vara så, ja. Då börjar norra då, med primary på den där, på range 2. Ingenting. Ja, jag kan ta det.
Klockan tar en skala. Nummer 3.
Dutch, samma sak då. Range.
Okay. Give me 1 second here.
Han har lås.
Okay, we're back. Yeah, so I am joined by, I'm actually found a commentating partner. I'm joined by, when the button presses, there we go. Gisli! Oh, Jesus, look at that. It's up in the air. Gisli from Duelist Squadron Radio. Move yourself in a little bit here, where it makes no... Just so you can see the t-shirt, there you go.
Yeah.
Duelist Squadron Radio Podcast. So he's got his teammate over on, just behind, between Far and Langeland there and whoever that dude is, you can see Eagle.
Yep.
Eagle's game being played against Bjorn. Bjorn is the gentleman currently standing up, and we can't see Eagle because this other dude's in the way.
Yep.
But anyway, his teammate's playing over there, and he's eagerly waiting to see whether or not he has to face him off in the next round. Correct?
Yeah.
Whoever wins that game is paired against you.
Yep. It is so.
This means that I'm taking away a tactical advantage from you by having you over here, because you can't watch your opponent play.
I have faith in Ayed, and
Yeah.
I don't really need to watch him.
So-
because we have probably about 500 to 1,000 games between us.
Uh-huh.
So,
So 2 hits against 2 blanks, taking shields off.
Träffar han, då skjuter han då.
Nothing. What?
Primary på...
we're seeing
There
two
it goes.
jousting lists here,
Yeah.
and they are both jousting. So,
Evan.
which one of them is wrong?
Blank. We lost 3 shields already on the first. The dorsal turret lock Revenant.
Ja, han...
2 hits and a focus. 1 evade. Takes 1 more.
Och sen sist...
Yeah, I faced the Y-Wing list yesterday in the final round of Swiss.
Yeah. It's an interesting matchup because you've got the Scum list are being buffed on attack,
Yeah.
and the Rebel list is being buffed on defense. Now, that would say to you that the Scum list should win because defense dice have got poorer odds.
Yeah, but then it's also kind of buffed on attack because of Nora and the target locks and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Let's have a look.
Slänger du några tärningarna?
Ja, visst. Vill du ha många?
2.
but the Skirks are better in the scrum.
Yeah.
Ja, just det. Jag tog...
But then again, the Rebel list has Leia, so
Do the
they have it.
Americans
Plus,
understand?
plus Cassian.
Plus Cassian.
Yeah, so he
It's a
can
bit for those
K-turn and
red
K-turn.
turns,
and
yeah,
K-turn,
yeah. Do the Americans know what a scrum is? Have they said it? I don't know. I've not been paying attention to it.
I don't know.
Because it's a very like it's rugby, isn't it? So it's kind
Yeah,
of like,
yeah,
it's-
yeah.
like
Exactly.
Europeans would, or at least British, obviously we get it. Australians probably. I'm not too sure about whether Americans get the idea. The scrum is basically when we play rugby, the 2 teams have to kind of like lock
Yeah.
heads together in unison, like some sort of giant human centipede,
Yeah.
and kind of battle over the ball in the middle. So 2 hits against 2 blanks. Damage cards going on to Evan.
Kollar Ion Turret.
And then the ion cannon turret attack.
Tror inte den...
Yeah, when I saw they were just jousting, it was going to be a brutal match.
Yeah.
Andra skott där.
Might kind of be a dice game in the first engagement.
Uh-huh.
Whoever gets the first engagement, better. But then again, the Y-Wings have Ion, so and the Skirks, it's pretty easy to get iron through on the skirks.
Yeah.
So at least they can iron one skirk.
And 2 evades, takes 1.
Ion turret, Samatori.
The Dice Cup is very popular over here as well in Sweden, huh?
Yeah, looks like it.
3 hits with the focus. Gets a focus and evade. Takes. I think that's it, isn't it? I've only seen 1 card.
7 on 1 card. I don't know.
Samatori.
No idea. 2 hits and rerolls with Drea. Gets 1 more free, evades, takes the damage, and is dead now.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, so definitely hard hitting from the scum side.
Yeah.
Now the dorsal turret attacking. Now, for those of you at home, the dorsal turret is the one painted with the Swedish flag.
Focus.
And 2 hits after spending a focus, blank.
Inte jätterättvisa attacker.
Oh yeah, I thought all of them were with dorsals.
No. 2 ion
two
cannon
irons.
turrets and a dorsal turret, because I don't think we're 199 points. So
Yeah. That's really interesting though.
yeah. I mean, it gives him a bit more of aggressive punch in that last attack. And that last attack as well, we saw yesterday in the list that played with the 2 Z95s and what was it? The 2 Z95s instead of one of the locks.
Yeah.
And it was always like the last Z95 that got the most heavier damage in, because by that point, it was playing against Jedis. By that point, the Jedis had exhausted all their force, all their evades, all their focus, all their defensive buffs were wasted by then. And it just became like a Z95 at range 1 rolls 3 hits and they go through because there's nothing the Jedi can do about it.
Nope.
No. So we were discussing before you joined us how the makeup of the factions. We've got 2 Imperial lists in the top 10. Give me a second here while I kind of fix this to make it a little bit more readable. Like this. And like this. And then this. So yeah, 2 Imperial lists. Both of them are the Quad Phantoms.
Oh.
Yourself and Conrad from Poland.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we got Sigma Aces and we got Sigma Aces up here. I should make this a bit bigger actually.
Okay.
And the other thing to note is that you're both on opposite ends of the brackets. So if you're going to face off, it's going to be in the final.
Yeah.
Same thing with K-Wings. Farn and Bjorn, opposite ends of the brackets. If they're going to face off, it's going to be in the middle. Or it could be that we're looking at a K-Wing Phantom final. Yeah. We could even see a semi-final, which is all K-Wings and Phantoms. Semi-finals that are all K-Wings and Phantoms.
Possible,
but apart from that, apart from Nicholas's list, which is the only scum list into the top, everything else is just the Rebel pick and mix, where it's just like pick 4 ships, put them together, and they work pretty well.
Basically Cassian and Braylon, and pick 2 of your own flavor.
Yeah, well, specifically speaking, if I pop along over here to pilots and look at the Rebel pilots, I can tell you Cassian is the 2nd most popular pilot after the Wardens, because Farn and Bjorn have got 8 of them, but there are 4 Cassian Andors in the top 10.
Well, obviously the Phantoms as well. The Sigmas.
No, yeah, I'm only doing Rebels right now.
Okay,
Rebels. So out of Rebel pilots, no.
Yeah.
So there's out of top 10 lists, you've got yourself and Conrad, Farn and Bjorn playing those heavy quad lists. That's 4 players gone. Out of the 6 remaining players, one of them is Niklas playing Scum. 5 remaining players, 4 of them have brought Cassian Andor. Yeah. And then let's take a look at the upgrades they've brought. If I press this button here, upgrades, after barrage rockets and proto bombs once again, there are 4 layer Organas. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
It's an auto include, I think.
Yeah.
In Rebel list.
So it kind of works out the way it is. And now they're getting into that heavy scrum. This is a good thing for me, because it means this game's going to be over quickly. one way or the other.
Yeah.
It means I got time to pop over to the shop, get some breakfast. As I came in to do this morning, to set up all these stats and stuff. And why is my chat not working? Is there anybody in the chat, or is it just my phone's broken?
There's a lot of blocking now.
Yeah.
He did well with the skirt there.
Oh, there is somebody in the chat. There's Rick Van Ness has joined us in the chat. He's the originator of that quad K-wing list.
Oh.
Having done top 16 in Eindhoven. No, what was it? Yeah, top 16, then top 4 in UK, in Milton Keynes, and then final table at Hanover.
Yeah.
Did I miss an attack there? He's got.
I mean, I think the quad K-wings is actually the big bad boogeyman right now.
Oh well, now come on.
I'm not saying everyone is playing it.
My problem with that is that seems to be something we say every week.
Yeah.
Phantoms, Fat Han, K-wings. Oh no.
I mean, the meta is always evolving. So
yeah, well.
So right now, I think it's a quad K-wing.
But then that's the problem with saying it, is that the meta's always evolving.
Yeah,
it's like a month ago it was Phantoms, then it was Fat Han.
Yeah.
Now you're saying it's K-wings, and I'm not disparaging you for saying it. I'm just saying it's the sort of thing that I get a bit tired of. This whole the thing is, if you're going to sit there and say, "Oh no, this is the worst thing ever," you can't change.
No, I'm
and
not,
then say, "Oh, this is the worst thing ever."
Don't get me wrong. I wasn't saying it's a terrible list or something.
No,
I'm
I know.
just saying it's probably the strongest list right now, because it's quite a new list. The quad case. So people haven't kind of figured it out.
Yeah. He's got damage cards going on as well now. One crit evaded.
Yeah. Niklas is doing really well.
And Marten's dice aren't exactly doing him any favours. So Niklas firing back, iron cannon turrets.
Marten has had
2 focus results. Nothing there. 1 hit, 1 focus. Dreyer re-rolls for another focus. 1 hit. That focus. Loses damage card onto Dutch. He's got 3 of them already.
Yeah.
2 and 2 focuses, spends the focus for 4. Bye bye Dutch.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was on Nora.
Ion turret. Drea.
There's something about the way he does that. It's kind of like, it's distrustworthy.
Yeah.
He looks like a magician. Though. It's kind of like, okay, I'm just swapping these dice now. It comes over time. 2 hits, 2 focus.
Those 2 players have quite a clean table.
Yeah.
I'm not like that.
No.
My table is always a mess.
It gets difficult, especially when you're playing fast, huh?
Yeah.
To maintain such a clean board state.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's them back to dials. Where's my? Oh, it's there. So so it's an interesting top bracket coming up, and like I say, it's one of the smallest System Open events we've ever had in Europe.
It's super strong.
Yeah, but super strong, and some very high quality players. Yourself, Igil. How do you pronounce it?
Eik.
What?
Eik.
It's not written anything like that. Eik.
Eik.
Where's the K sound come from?
It's like a hard double L.
Yeah. Okay. So when you put 2 L's together, it sounds like the letter before.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll keep that in mind when I see a double R in tomorrow. Tomorrow. Okay. I'm joking with you, man.
We're quite used to it.
Ayik.
Ayik.
I can understand the G sound like a y sound because of the Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay. So Ayik. Okay. Ayik and Bjorn. which I should probably say Björn or something like that.
Yeah. And the funny thing, Egil is also Björnsson.
Björnsson, yeah. It's very similar, kind of like it's that whole Viking sort of thing, huh? Up in Iceland.
It's a Nordic name.
Yeah, so. Swedish, Iceland, Denmark.
Yeah.
I've got ginger hair because when I had hair. No, I don't. That's false, because I'd say stuff like that and then Alex Watkins would turn around and say, "You're not ginger." It's like, you're right, I'm not ginger. But when it's summer, when I had hair, it would go from like being like a medium brown to something like a bright brown. And my beard, when it grows out, is like kind of gingery.
So Marten, he's probably gonna pop layer now.
Yeah, of course. He wants to pick those K-turns off, try and get behind.
Twist the U-wing.
Yeah, pivot the U-wing.
Yeah.
And the locks are just going to kind of like swarm. Yeah. Like three turns.
Yeah.
Hello, Samuel. Have you picked up your damage deck?
No, I was coming close.
Let me take care of that for you. 1 sec.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And you're Gisli.
Yeah.
And I say that right, no?
Yeah.
You can't go too wrong with that. Okay.
Oh, you'd be amazed.
You ready?
People do, yeah.
Gisli.
Yeah, it's Gisli, Grisling.
Yeah. But that's kind of like affectionate, huh?
Yeah.
See, this gentleman here is Grizzly. He's like...
Yeah, he's a Grizzly.
He's Grizzly Adams. If you look up Grizzly Adams, then you see a photo of Timo.
Yeah, that's Timo.
Timo this year. Or how many invites have you got this year? Three so far. Yeah. Going for another one today.
No, he's already got one today.
Oh yeah, of course, you're already in top 8, of course. Yeah. That's thinking, that's it, it's done. Oh well, the flight is what we're after. Yeah. Okay. And
especially for us Europeans.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we were discussing this yesterday as well. Timo is the only player. We've got Niklas is playing Scum. He's the only Scum player, and Timo is the only Resistance player, and then the rest are all Imperials and Rebels. Yeah. Well, 2 Imperials and a bunch of Rebels. Yeah. So 6 Rebels.
It kind of surprised me how few people I think were playing Resistance, because I think it's a really, really strong faction.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 5 A-wings, Resistance 5, like Timo is playing.
Yeah.
I faced one yesterday. Yeah. So I actually think the Resistance 5 is a stronger list in Extended than it is in Hyperspace.
Yeah, Resistance 5 was what in Milton Keynes Mashari Al-Faris was playing as well.
Yeah.
What do I got here?
Because in Hyperspace there's so much I5 and I6 meta.
Yeah.
But it's not like that in Extended. It's more of an I4, I3.
So just to remind you what Resistance 5s is, you've got La'ula La'Ampar, Crack Shot and Heroic, the T-70 X-Wing. They've got a judge situation here.
No, the Lulo is on.
Yeah.
Lulo is in the A-Wing.
The A-Wing, sorry. Yeah. Elo Asti in the T-70, Black 1, Integrated S-Files and Jamming Beam. Talisan Lintra, what's she in? She's in
the A-Wing, yeah.
Crack Shot, Heroic, and Nien Num in the T-70 with Heroic and Integrated S-Files, Pattern Analyzer and Jamming Beam. And yeah, that's a pretty heavy list as well. Yeah. And I5 does a very good job of being able to position itself against most lists.
Mm-hmm. So he managed to get a block there. So.
Hyperspace trial is underway now.
Yep.
Looks like, if I were to guess, something like 60 players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was looking at the stats, the standings yesterday after round 6.
Uh-huh.
I was seeing so many fantastic players not doing that well.
Yeah.
But
Well, Alex Burt from the 186 podcast brought the UK System Open, the Milton Keynes System Open winning list with Fat Han and Jake, and went 0-3 and dropped. Yeah. And then because of the event being so small, there weren't enough drops to form a Hangar Bay pod, so he kind of had nothing to do and came along and commentate for one game afterwards. It's not easy. And I mean, like we joke about the tiny European meta, but it is true. It's 100% true. There are a lot of people, and it's relatively cheap to travel within Europe, given enough time in advance, given enough advanced information of when it's going to be.
Except if you live on an island, like Iceland,
exactly.
you always have to take a fly over the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, for you guys it must be a bit more difficult. But within Europe, as long as you've got like 3 months advance notice, it's relatively cheap and relatively easy to travel throughout most of Europe. You do see big names at all events. For example, here we've got like the 5 Dutch players who've come along. Jonathan playing yesterday. Wouter Auerhahn, the runner-up to the European Championship. Kvarn playing. Who are the other two? I don't remember their names. But yeah, you can see their T-shirts around.
The red ones.
Yeah. And we had the British players, there's several British players, James Andrew Finderson, who made the top cut in Coruscant as well. Jesper Hills didn't quite make it through to top cut yesterday, but also very powerful name. You don't want to see his name up against you when you come on the rankings. You'll have a fun game because he's such he's an amenable guy, but yeah, you're likely to lose. Unless something goes particularly wrong, you're likely to lose. Okay. Yeah, like I say, it's just we can't actually see the layer card on camera to see, but I'm pretty sure he did flip.
Yeah. Most definitely.
And Niklas has read it very well, positioning Drea to be able to block.
Very.
No, because he's not put on a stress token, so it must not have been. He must not have done it. And the U-wing pivoted. No, the U-wing's definitely pivoted, right? Or stopped. It's not got a stress token.
He stopped. No
okay,
stress,
right,
so
of course, because he spun to layer, and that's taken care of. Let's go back to the control booth, and I've got 2 cards on Drea Renfal. 1 in a focus, 2 blanks. Against the blank, Drea takes 2 more. Damaged engine crit.
Turns please, Marten.
I didn't get Niklas's hometown. I forgot to check that before I started the whole. I know they're both from Sweden. I can't remember what Niklas's hometown was. One crit, 2 focus. 1 evade, takes the crit. Fuel leak.
Ion turret, the summer targets.
One, 2, 3, and a crit.
Yeah.
And a blank.
Those dice are flaming hot.
Yeah.
But obviously he's flown very well. He's been blocking. And
it's obviously that trapdoor compartment in that car.
Yeah. I mean, he's been blocking, and Marten has had to split his fire up. And
yeah. So there we go. That makes things. That's a pretty devastating hit now for Marten, putting him into a position where it's pretty difficult to recover from.
Yeah.
This turn, he's not going to get any more attacks to take Drea off the table, so he's looking at another round of fire, and he's down to just 2 ships.
Dorsal turret. Primary.
He's taking Cassian Andor down now. 2 hits and a focus against 1 evade.
Ion.
3 shields. And the ion cannon turret. 1, 2, 3 and a blank. 2 focuses.
Och
En
Iron.
skada och 2 iron.
And ironed.
Yeah.
So Cassian in a very difficult position for next turn as well. Yeah, this match is only going to last 2 more turns, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably something
There's
like
not
that.
much damage. There's not much damage Martin's going to be able to do with Cassian and Dutch in the next round to be able to take Drea off the board and try and reduce that cadence of fire.
Yep.
And Cassian will be gone by the middle of next round. You may even get a couple of free shots onto Dutch before the end of the round.
Yeah.
Yeah. So many shots that this Drea Swarm fires.
It's a hard hitting list. Really.
So how long have you guys been doing the Doula Squadron radio now?
I don't know, we
About 2
1.5
years, right?
1.5 years or something. Yeah.
And you've given me a nice little care package
Yeah,
of all the little promos and stuff you give away on Patreon,
Yeah.
Patreon rewards and stuff like that. And one of the things which was a nice segue for me to lead into the fact that like content creators like ourselves depend heavily on the Patreon aspect to not so much to like not that it's okay. How am I going to say this? Not to say that it's necessary, but like it's a huge help to what we're doing.
Yeah.
And for example, in your guys' case, it's the money you get through Patreon allows you to make those prizes, those giveaways you give even better. For the next year, for the next time, and the next time, and they just get better and better.
I mean, I mostly do it because I like to give stuff away.
Yeah, of course.
Give better stuff away.
Yeah.
So and
I mean,
all the small little Patreon we get, it gets all into the Patreon stuff. So
in my case, I get, and I'll be clear about it. I get like $200 a month at the moment, and you know, like that basically. There's not much space there to cover my transport costs to get to a tournament every single month, and so. But I'm very grateful for that money because it's that money that helps make it possible to make it to these tournaments. So basically what I'm getting around to here is that if you do like the content you receive and the stuff you receive, please do consider supporting both Foolish Squadron Radio and First Earth on Patreon.
if you have to pick one, pick Simon. Just really.
So I mean,
he's traveling and he's showing us.
I've kind of taken the opportunity. I've kind of taken the decision to not get involved in producing these little giveaway things. Mostly because I've not got the budget to do it and do tournaments, but also because there's a lot of you guys doing it, and there's a lot of good stuff out there, and I just don't see the point in trying to compete with that stuff.
No, I mean,
You know, it doesn't. I mean, I'm not saying that one's better than the other. I'm just saying like there's already plenty of it out there. What good is a bit more? You know.
you are showing games. We are talking smack.
Hey,
that's what it is.
I talk a lot of smack as well. But yeah, so it is a big deal. The money that I receive through Patreon, I can tell you, 100% goes to funding these transport costs, and when it's not transport costs, it's paying for equipment. Like last year when we got past the French System Open, there were 2 events left in 1.0. There was the UK Nationals in August and the ETC in August as well. Now both of them were going to be very difficult for me to get to, partly through dates, partly through cost, because it was August. Traveling in August is very expensive. And I kind of I opted to that in Paris. I kind of noted that when I was commentating, I wasn't talking about the games. I was talking about when second edition comes, things will be different. The whole time there was no real discussion to be had, and so I was kind of like, this isn't a really time to be doing this. So in the end, I kind of said it's best to kind of skip 1.0 now until 2.0 comes out. And so there were a few months where I didn't really get any major tournaments going, and so like the Patreon kind of dropped off a bit, you know. But during that time, I did use that money to then invest in some equipment, a better camera, stuff like that. And so it's not like although it looks like it stops, then it doesn't really stop ever.
No. I mean, your stream it's fantastic.
And I'm working now on making some even new stuff. So I want to be like when I get to European Championships to have a few more new things on there to make it. Like one of the things I'm working on right now. You see how we got all these boxes right now? I'm trying to change it to be just bars, like the bar at the top with the MOV. Health bar. Kind of like Street Fighter sort of thing, where it's a part yellow, part blue, and it just kind of reduces, and in the middle there'll be like a little mark so you know when they're at half points. And stuff
There's the K turn again. Well, it was basically his only chance to get a shot.
Yeah.
Or at least a double tap.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Cassian is in a really bad spot.
Vi kör Kyrie. Ja, det får fan.
Nothing.
No, 2 focus results don't get you anything in this game. When you're stressed without tokens. And there's 1 and 2 focus results. And a focus takes the damage onto Drea. Like I said,
Drea's on 1 hole then.
1 hole, maybe Cassian. No, Cassian doesn't have arc on her, so no. She survives this round.
Yeah.
And Drea doesn't have a turret, so she's only firing forward. And she's got that damaged engine crit, so the next turn, well, I mean, it's not like he's going to lose the game, but I'm just saying, the next turn, she's in a difficult position for as far as maneuvers are concerned. 2 hits against
Nicholas
one of
has too many ships left on the table for Marten to really have a game, I think.
This one. It went onto the dorsal turret, the damage. Okay.
So he's probably shooting at.
He's shooting at the K wing, the Y wing, I think. Hit and crit because he called it Nora. Hit crit. Yeah, he's shooting on the Y wing. 2 cards go on.
It's probably from the Skirk that can only shoot at it.
Yeah.
Started with that.
And there's another fuel leak. And there's only 1 card. Okay, so there's only 1 card. I saw him pick up 2.
2 hits.
No, he's got 2 cards. I wasn't noticing it's the T65 damage deck. 2 hits, another one goes on.
No crits there. But yeah, it was an iron. Obviously.
Yeah, 3 damage cards on the Nora Wexley.
Hitting a crit.
And evade takes 1.
Ja, precis. Och den var en krit.
Next wing hyperspace qualifier is
Cassian.
41 minutes left.
Hull breach.
Just over 41 minutes left in your round.
1, 2, and a crit. Blank, blank, blank. Yeah, not. 1. Yeah, so he's dead anyway. Structural damage. And then the fuel leak gives him another one, so he gets a wounded pilot, console fire, all sorts of stuff going on there. And Nora Wexley left on 3 hull points. And Drea still not taken off the table. Means this game is over.
Yeah.
And we'll just take a quick look in the background and see what Farn Langeland thinks of that. Oh, he's changed. It's not Farn anymore. It was Farn overwatching this game as it was his opponent coming up.
Yeah, Farn is playing the
winner from this game.
I think both of those lists are pretty. They can handle the quad K-wings
quite
well.
Well, Nicholas's list definitely. Yeah. 1 hit, 1 crit, and a blank. A focus, I should say. Blank. So takes a hit and a crit. If it's a direct hit, the game's over now. And he's got a fuel leak.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He got a fuel leak, so that's game over. Didn't matter.
Yeah, there we go. That was the damage sensor array anyway.
Yeah, that was a quick game.
That was a quick game. So yeah, thank you very much, Gisli, for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Best of luck for your next round, and to see whether or not it's Ejik or Bjorn.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna check them out.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. I gotta go on the clock. Okay, Martin. Congratulations to making it to top 10.
Yeah, thank you.
At the Malmö System Open.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was
Not
fun.
this game though, but
well. Okay. A tough list to come up against, huh?
Yeah, but I have the advantage of the initiative.
Yeah.
But as you saw on the stream, I had other disadvantages. But well.
And it was interesting, like the idea that you both just decided let's just joust.
Yeah.
I kind of figure in your case with the veteran turret gunner and stuff like that, yeah, in his case as well, you've both got veteran turret gunners. You want to be able to take advantage of that double tap, but I don't know, it just doesn't seem to have been something that's really worked out in this case.
No, I thought that, you know, I had the advantage of the initiative, so I might as well try to kill one of his ship before.
Yeah.
So that would have made it easier, but I wouldn't say it had changed the outcome of the game, but that was my plan.
Very aggressive. Also, to begin with, you had some pretty... the dice weren't on your side either.
No, but that's, you know,
you weren't able
part
to,
of the game.
Yeah, you weren't able to
sometimes.
stick as much damage onto his ships and be able to get one of his ships off the board, as he was basically doing to you every single turn, taking one ship off. And
it was cold on my side of the table, but as I said, it happens, so you can't really blame the dice all the time. But
well, that's it. But you do get those templates.
Yep.
So that's something to take away,
really
and that's pretty. And you get a big medal, don't you, as well?
Don't know.
I think it's top
but
16.
I'm quite vain, so I like medals.
Yeah, it's like a big solid coin or something like that, I think, the top 16. I don't know.
Yeah, well,
I might be getting confused. But anyway, thank you for your time. Thank you for appearing on stream. Right? I guess you get the opportunity to drop into hyperspace now.
I might as well.
Yeah.
Get some more loot.
Yeah, you got to win a couple more games there to get the invitation. And here was only one you had to win.
No, not the invitations. I don't bother. But
no?
you know, some cards, some of those Red Squadron.
Okay.
Just 2 tickets each. So.
Okay, cool, excellent.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you once
again. Thank you. Remind me where you got to. What was the match you had with me in UK?
In UK, I met 5 A-Wings.
Yeah, Bartosz. But what was it? Top 16 or?
Yeah, top 16.
And that's where you got eliminated.
So I got eliminated.
So now you're one step higher.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you're into top 8 now. Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, congratulations on getting this far. How did you kind of see that match panning out when you set up?
Well, I saw the matchup and I was thinking it was quite favorable for me, since I have the potential to push in a lot of damage quite fast.
Yeah.
So Rebel Beef is one of my favorable matchups since they can't dodge my arms.
Yeah.
And then I get my rerolls and things die.
Yeah. Okay. So you definitely have a higher damage output than he did. Yeah. And I mean, with his kind of defensive buff from Nora, defense dice are less favourable than attack dice. So whereas you were getting an attack dice buff, he was getting a defense dice buff,
exactly.
and it just wasn't much that he could really stand up against in long-term cadence of fire.
Exactly.
Could you see in the background Farn hanging around?
Who?
Farn Lungalan?
No, I didn't see.
Yeah, because he's your next opponent.
Oh,
and so
okay.
he was in the background, he was watching intently to see exactly what was going to happen next. So yeah, that's something to look forward to for the next one. Okay, anything else you want to say about the game?
I feel sorry for him since he didn't roll any evades at all.
Yeah.
All that naked dice just went in, and according to me, it shouldn't have.
Yeah, no, absolutely, and it's nice that we can all recognise that and just say, as much as people like to turn around and say you can't blame the dice, like you have to acknowledge it and kind of say you have to acknowledge it and say but I mean that's the way it is, and yeah, it feels bad when you see someone roll so bad. You feel for them, man. You're like, yeah, man. When that happens to me, I hate it. Okay, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Okay, good luck in your next match.
Thanks.
Okay.